Ladies and gentlemen, welcome into Podcast Room 303. Introducing one co-host with more nuggets than Chick-fil-A, Nick Morahan. Executive producer until we find someone better, Eric Washington. Nobody really knows what he does around here, Nevada Putnam. And now, the single greatest thing to happen to hosting in history, Jermaine Antonio Colon Mendez. On with the show. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome into Podcast Room 303, episode 304. I'm your host, Jermaine Colon Mendez. This is my co-host. As always, we have with us the executive producers, the EPE, and Nutty Putty. On today's episode, we'll get into a head-to-head review from last week, Pop Culture Pick'em Top 5 Trios, and last but not least, the penultimate MLB Divisional Breakdown for the year of 2025, the AL West. How are you doing this evening, Nevada?
Good. Penultimate. It's quite the word because for the longest time, I thought that was like the biggest, most ultimate thing. And it wasn't probably until literally like maybe last year or 2 years ago where I learned that penultimate is not the great wonderful. It's second to last. And I think that's just, I don't know. To me, it's such a letdown. It sounds like such a great thing. It's like, no, it's actually second to last.
Penultimate is what I do when I'm writing my research papers.
Yeah.
Boo, the boo, that would sucked. How you doing this evening, Eric?
Good, man. Happy to be back. Another episode. Nice little break from work. It's been fucking crazy. So talking with you buffoons will be the highlight of my week probably. So glad to be back.
Well, it's Mr. Buffoon to you.
Oh, okay.
Man, what's today's date? The 18th?
El 18.
Yesterday was St. Patty's Day. Your boy got a little wild. I'm hurting right now. They played Not Like Us, and I sent a video to my friend who's just dangerously obsessed with Kendrick Lamar, and I told him, I was like, it's just bots, though.
Oh, man.
The whole club was getting turned to Not Like Us last night. Yeah, last night got away from me. I haven't stayed out that late. And
I was going to say, what time did you roll in?
I didn't climb into bed until like 3:45, my guy.
Oh, man.
I was starting my day when they were just going into sleep.
Yeah, right.
Okay, like 3 hours away from starting my day.
Yeah, right. Please, my guy.
I was up at 6:30, dog.
Yeah, right.
Don't at me, dude.
Yeah, right. He rolled over, looked at his phone, and rolled right back over.
That's up, dude.
That's not up. It's not up, brother.
I'm not out of bed, but I'm up. I'm awake.
You're not up.
Yeah.
Eric, I was already starting my day when Jermaine rolled in.
That's true. We can't deny that.
On Sunday, I was like, hey, man, you want some of this pizza? He just responded with, my bad, I'm necked. I'm like, that doesn't answer the question.
I didn't even know what time you said it. I thought the pizza was gone. I was like, my bad, I was necked, dude.
It doesn't answer.
Took my first nap in since 2025 started, dude.
See? First nap of Sunday. There was another one. There was another one right after.
See, all that napping screwed up your hand-eye coordination. You ended up losing your upper lip fur.
Dude, it was a bad morning. I was trying to get it even, and then it just kept going down and down and down. And then I looked like, what's his name, the Fuhrer. So I was like, yeah, I gotta.
Oh, Charlie Chaplin.
Yeah, I had a Chaplin going on, so I was like, well, now first time my lip's gonna be bare in 7 years, so we'll see how this goes. Can't wait for it to grow back, dude. I didn't even realize my top lip was this thin, dude. It's like I don't even have one. It's crazy.
Yeah, you never had one.
Shut up.
I'm just saying, you ain't never had one. How did you not realize that?
Because I've had facial hair for so long.
Yeah, right.
On my lip, yeah, I don't have a beard. I can't grow a full beard, but I got a whole. I've been had a stash since like 19, dog. Baby stash. Whatever, dude. How is this on me? Let's just turn the subject here. God bless.
Because you just be lying and spiraling. I didn't even have to say anything, and you just kept like caveating.
Yeah, it is what it is.
Captain Caveat over here.
Dude, that's my nickname, dude. I've earned that one.
It's so you, bro.
I'll caveat, like just I'll win the argument and keep caveating. Like fuck it.
You'll make outlandish statements. I'll ask the question. He's just like, well, I meant this. It's just like, well, that's not what you said, though. Like,
but I'm caveating.
No, but you got to look at it like this. It's just like, no, I don't. I looked at it the way you said it, bro. You got to say it better. Like,
no, you got to understand me better.
Yeah, the only thing I think that you should get tattooed next is only Sith, Steel, and Absolute, because that is you. Like everything is an absolute declaration every single time. It just there's no nuance.
Just off season sucks and how we trust, dude.
Exactly. Absolutes every single time. I was just like, dog, a little nuance would save you some headache.
Nuances for the birds.
Birds aren't real. Neither is space or Europe.
Yeah, those astronauts didn't come back from space. They came back from Disneyland or something.
They escaped Rikers just to be put into another box, dude.
Eric, are you pounding the table today to get Brandon Graham up in the Ring of Fame?
Two Super Bowl wins. He's part of both Super Bowl wins. He's for sure getting in.
All right.
If he doesn't, we'll burn Philly to the ground. That'll happen.
He probably will if he does too.
He was the only one that was on both teams. Nobody else was on both teams. So, him and Big Dom. Big Dom was there back in the day. So Big Dom has 2 rings here.
Who gets in the ring first, Big Dom or Brandon Graham?
Brandon Graham, definitely.
All right. We'll see. Yeah.
I mean, Big Dom will probably get there just on some shenanigans, but nah, he's not. He won't be in the ring. He'll just be like a guy that everybody knows is like a legend.
He'll just have a statue outside the stadium.
Well, they gave one to Nick Foles, so.
Wow, dude.
He won the Super Bowl. I'm not mad at it. I'm just saying Nick Foles played 2 full seasons for us, left, came back, won the Super Bowl, played like 5 games, won a Super Bowl, and he got a statue. It's awesome.
See, I've had this issue for as long as I can think of, but I think it started with Ray Bork when he came over for the Avs. He was essentially here for just called a year and a half. They retired his number, and it's up in the rafters. They did the same thing for Peyton Manning. He was here for 4 years. Numbers retired at Mile High.
Manning, I can only play like 2 years for you.
I can accept that one because
it's Terrell Davis.
It was a wild 4 or 5 years, but
yeah,
like Nick Foles, Ray Bork. Hey, appreciate you, but we ain't retiring your number. We ain't giving you a statue.
Yeah,
you were here for the coffee was still warm when you left. All right.
You got to give him one of those, a small statue. You know what I mean?
Like the AI one.
You want to do a bobblehead night?
Like cool. 12-inch statue, dog.
I'll die on that hill. I don't think Ray Bork's number should be retired, but I'm in the minority there as far as retired for the Avs. But I digress.
A 12-inch statue that's mounted onto a parking validation. It actually has like a purpose. You know what I mean?
It's got a mechanical arm that stamps your ticket.
Yeah, exactly. I validate my parking. Shout out Nick Foles.
Yep.
That's an honor, dude.
Homie was only in there for a cup of coffee.
I know. Yeah, wild.
Yep.
No, let's not forget the 27-2 season he had with us.
27-2.
27 tutties and 2 interceptions. That one magical year he had that he got the contract the next year.
You guys played 29 games in a season?
No.
What?
27 tutties and 2 interceptions. I think it's like one of the best touchdown interception ratios of all time. It was 1 year, and it was before he ever won a Super Bowl with us. But like that's the thing Eagles fans hang their hat on. He was with us when he went 27-2. It's like, oh, okay.
Didn't Aaron Rodgers have a fucking crazy year like that?
I think it was the same year, and he won MVP that year, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I think we went over this couple episodes ago.
Yeah,
20,
yeah.
25-2 for Aaron Rodgers. But in 2020, he had 48-5. That's crazy, dude.
That's way. Jeez.
That's crazy, dude. 37-4 the year after.
And if I'm not mistaken, I could be blowing smoke right now, but I feel like on that 48-5 year, I want to say 2 or 3 of them were off wide receivers. I could be totally wrong on that, but I feel like that was a thing.
That should be a quick video. All of the interceptions from that year for Aaron Rodgers. It'll be like a 30-second video.
That's a good
Yeah,
point.
what year was that?
Oh, I closed it. 2020, 48-5, 2020.
All right, I'll look it up, see if I can find it.
Damn, he did that at like 38, 39. How old is he in 2020? He's 43 now, so.
How do you just know Aaron Rodgers' age right now?
Because he's always on the Pat Mack show, dude.
Oh, okay. I don't want to.
Every interception from 2020 is 27.
Oh, no, he's 41. He wants to play until he's 43. He wants 2 more years. What did Tom play to?
Live on the pod. 45. 45, I'm pretty sure.
That's
45.
crazy, dude. That's fucking crazy.
That's one off Devontae. He threw 2.
He's literally watching it.
It's only 20 seconds.
All right, so one for sure was not necessarily his fault.
Fucking Devontae.
You could argue a second one wasn't as well, but I'll give him at least one.
At least one.
So since we're just bullshit right now, I saw a thing on Twitter today, and I had to ask you guys. They ranked Devontae Smith and Puka Nacua as the 3rd best wide receiver duo in the NFL. Obviously, behind Chase and Higgins were number 1.
Devontae Smith and Puka Nacua don't play on.
Devontae Adams, dude. Devontae Adams and Puka for the Rams.
Bro, I'm sitting here trying to figure out.
I get them. I always mix them up. You know that. My bad.
I was like, who's mad at franchise?
It was Jamar and T, Justin and Jordan, Puka and Devontae, Jackson Smith and Cooper, and then AJ and Smith were the top. Were the 5 top 2 duos.
No,
AJ and Smith at least number 4.
Yeah,
I think they're number 2, but
yeah, of course you do.
I think
go look at their numbers over the last 4 years combined. They're only behind Justin Jefferson. The only receiver that's ahead of them is Justin Jefferson by himself. It's magical. I'll pull up the stats and talk about it.
Yeah, so that would make them number 3. Because Jamar and T are buying away number 1. Like,
if you're looking at that, but like also, we have outside of touchdowns, AJ and Smitty have 8 less touchdowns than we beat them, and we beat everybody else in every other category. So I don't know. It just depends on what talent wise. Yeah, of course, nobody's going to argue.
By himself is better than damn near every wide receiver duo, and Jordan Addison's fucking good. So
for now,
they're number 2.
I think he's
younger than Devonta Smith.
No, not Justin Jefferson's performance. I'm talking about if JJ McCarthy will be decent enough for them.
Oh.
Yeah, no. Dude, Jettis is arguably the best receiver in the league and probably going to go down as one of the best.
There's 2 duos in the state of Florida that are better than Njigba and Cooper Kupp.
Brian Thomas Jr. and...
No, dude, Tyreek Hill, dog.
Tyreek Hill and Waddle.
And Mike and Chris.
And then Mike and Chris, yeah.
Yeah.
I'll take those 2 over.
That's
over
the thing.
Kupp and
It's it was one of those sports pages, like, it's everybody's opinion. I was just kind of like shook that.
I would put you could make an argument for number 3, but Devontae Adams and Puka Nacua is a disgusting duo. So at minimum, AJ Brown and Devonta Smith are number 4. And for you to even try to argue number 2, and all you bitch about is our passing game is trash, and we don't pass for more than 120 yards in a ball game, and you're gonna try to spin this narrative. They don't even use them most games, bro. Like, what are we doing now? Now they're number 2, but we don't use them.
They're number 2, dude, or 3 at least.
Dude, Devontae Adams was a dog last year.
If you take, I'm gonna hate saying this. Fuck it. I personally believe AJ Brown is the top 3 wide receiver in the league on his own. It's only Jettas and Chase that are better than him.
That's not a crazy statement.
So you have him that already elevating that, and then Smitty is the best in this current league. He is the best big game wide receiver in the NFL as it is right now. He shows up in every big moment in the history of his career, from high school to college to the NFL. He led the league. He led the Eagles in Super Bowl in receiving yards in both Super Bowls. He had touchdowns in both Super Bowls. He had touchdowns in both national title games. He led them in receiving in both national title games. He won the Heisman. Dude, the dude's a winner. He just shows up on the big stage.
I don't think you're downplaying how good Puka Nacua and Devontae Adams are.
All right. Nothing special.
Put it in the locks. What wide receiver duo has more yards next year, Philly or LA?
Well, okay.
Okay.
I'm gonna have to go LA because that they throw the ball a lot more than a team that has a 2K rusher, 2,000 rusher does.
That's the point.
But it's not. But no. Okay. So again, what's the argument? The argument is they produce more because of the system they're in, so that makes them better. Because if you put AJ Brown and Smitty in that system, they probably
Jordan Addison had the same stats as Devonta Smith last year.
Yeah, and Devonta missed. And how many games did Jordan Addison miss?
Like 2 or 3.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he missed the first few weeks.
No, I'm not. I just didn't know because I don't watch shitty football, so I don't watch Vikings games.
Jeez. And Devontae Adams quietly had 85 catches for 1,063 and 8 touchdowns.
Solid, dude.
No disrespect. Like, I think you're downplaying how good Puka and Devontae Adams are as a duo. Like,
I might be. You're not wrong.
Might be. Damn, dude.
Look, it's a good question because I would take Chase and T over any of them, obviously, as a duo.
We're not debating that.
Yeah,
that was number one. We know that.
Yeah, I would take Justin Jefferson and AJ Brown as the next best duo if Howie Roseman wasn't a cunt. I'm just kidding. All right, let's move on from this.
All right.
Look at it now. Howie Roseman's a cunt, right?
Yeah. Okay.
Dude,
let's get out of this.
Sit, steal, and absolutes, Eric. This is where you're at. Pull up head to head, brother.
All right, let's see here. Boom. All right. So last week was week 10. Putting us at 30 bets on the week. Pretty decent week. Jermaine went 2-1. Pretty solid bets. Putting him at 14 and 16, up 15.09 units. Solid. Nick, winless, 11 and 19 on the season, up 4.1 units. Nevada, 1 and 2 last week, 11 and 19 on the season, up 6.61 units. And then I went 2-1, putting me at 16 and 14, up 23.46 units. So it's looking good. When you don't just throw a bunch of asshead parlays out there, your betting record looks a lot better. Yeah,
that was the whole point I always made to people. I was like, "Are you looking at the bets?" We there were weeks when Nick was submitting 9-10 leg UCL parlays and then wondering why they busted. I'm like, Nick,
on the first game.
I was like, Nick, you picked 10 legs, bro.
Nevada, was there any funny business on this Kyle Larson, or was it just not a good bet?
No, it was a good bet. He was leading along a lot of laps there. And then just some pit strategy.
It's like he knows, but life won't let him win these bets.
I'm here for it. It cracks me up.
Because every week it seems like he's in position to win the bet.
Every time he submits it, I'm just like, okay, that guy's done. I don't even consider that Nevada could hit that bet. I just don't believe in it. I don't believe, not even in the slightest. Dude, I'm kind of disappointed because I was gonna take Austin Reeves over 30 points, which would have been like plus 200 or something, and I pussyfooted and went 25.5. And he ended up with like 37 points or something. I was like, damn. How about that Blackhawks bet, Nevada?
Yeah, I as soon as I sent it, I was gonna say like, hopefully this doesn't bite me in the ass. But yeah, they got blown out by the worst team in the league.
They got whooped. It wasn't even close. Oh, that got me, dude.
So yeah, Kyle Larson led the most laps of that race, and didn't win.
What did he finish?
I think he finished 7th or 8th at the end of it.
I think it was 9th, brother, but let me check.
Yeah, it was something like that.
Let's get into pop culture pick'em.
Pop culture pick'em.
Today's order is Nevada, Eric, myself, and the topic is top 5 trios. All
right, 101. Maybe it's just because I'm hungry, but Chili's Triple Dipper.
How
what
did
is
you
that?
take my 101 of 101s, dude? That's my all-time 101. It's
No
the Chili's
way.
Triple Dipper app, dude. You get the Southwestern egg rolls, you get the original chicken crispers, and then you mix it up. Sometimes you get the Big Mouth bites. Sometimes you get some fried mozzarella. You got to mix it up, dude.
It's just
sliders.
an appetizer trio.
Yeah.
That's what it is. Okay.
Yeah.
And you both were going Chili's Triple Dipper.
Yeah.
You guys should be friends.
It's so customizable. You can get whatever you're feeling.
Wings, quesadilla, chicken strips,
sliders,
mozzarella, sliders, egg rolls. Dude, fire.
Mm-hmm.
Excellent choice, Savannah.
Thank you.
I'm going to go with my first pick is going to be peanut butter, jelly, and Wonder Bread.
White.
And yes,
Wonder
it
Bread.
has to be Wonder Bread.
All right. I thought you were going to go a little off kilter and go PB&J and banana slices or something.
Oh, actually, I like my peanut butter and jelly just straight up. And I like strawberry jelly, too. Not that great
Absolutely.
shit. Fucking
See? Eric, we're thinking alike right now. Strawberry for sure.
It's like
100%.
that Spider-Man meme right now, dude.
Yeah, exactly.
Jermaine, you're up.
Are you guys done?
Oh, okay.
I'll take NBA, Pippen, and Rodman, baby.
Ooh, that was on my list, too.
And next, I'm going to take Beer, Nature, and Silence.
Okay. I do like all 3 of those.
Yeah, I've never really found a good way to combine them, though. I'm usually 2, but not the silence part.
You just gotta get drunk in the forest, dog.
Going camping. Far enough away, you don't have cell service, can't see anybody, can't hear nobody.
Peace, quiet,
stand in there with your hand on your hip, beard to the lip, and dick hanging out, dude.
Good Lord. All right. With my second pick, childhood staple. Everybody's done it. Everybody loves it. It's how you settle arguments. Rock, paper, scissors.
Solid.
That's not how you settle arguments.
Yeah, it is.
That's
winner's right. Regardless of the facts, winner of rock, paper, scissors is right.
You thought you was just gonna sneak that in? How I won arguments? Get out of here, bro.
Nevada, you're up, bro.
I'm gonna go with Triple Crown. And then
I don't actually know the name of all those races.
Yes, you do.
Downs? Churchill Downs, right?
Dog, you just said Downs. It's like, damn, you. I was like, maybe you really don't. It's Churchill Downs.
Churchill Downs. What's the Kentucky Derby called? Is it just the Kentucky Derby?
Churchill Downs.
Oh, see, that's the only one I know. What are the other 2?
Belmont and Preakness.
Belmont and Preakness. All right, bet. See, I knew that. Steel trap. Next,
on the back-to-back, I'm going to go with the Three Stooges.
Oh,
I had them on my
Larry, Moe, and Curly. Excellent choice. I'm going to rock another set of comedic brothers. I'm going to go Ed, and Eddie.
I did not like that show.
You didn't? That's funny.
Nah. I mean, it was all right, but like that show, like Cow and Chicken, I Am Weasel. Those were all so weird. I couldn't get
Cat
into them.
Dog.
Cat Dog.
What's the one where they try to take over the world all the time?
Pinky in the Brain.
Yeah,
Brain.
that one always tripped me out as a kid. I didn't watch it too much, but he'd be like, "Same thing we do every day." But, oh,
Yeah,
shit.
that one was good. I like
Motherfuckers
that
are
one.
diabolical.
Yeah.
Jermaine, you're up.
I'll take Batman, Superman, and Wonder Woman.
All right. Whoops.
And I'm gonna take Aragorn, Legolas, and Gimli.
Solid.
Damn, I'm gonna put characters from Lord of... How do you spell that, dude? Come on now. Well, you'll do it? All right, cool.
Aragorn. Yeah, I'll put it in.
Yeah,
I feel like those are the three easiest ones to spell out of Lord of the Rings, except for Sam. I guess Sam's pretty easy.
Yeah, why didn't you pick Sam, fool? No, I'm just kidding.
Sam's a little bitch.
Hey, he steps up.
Sam is the only reason that anything got done.
No,
Frodo is a little bitch.
Right, dude?
Could you imagine how short that series or that trilogy would be if Sam was like, "Nah, I'm going to stay home in the Shire." Frodo's like,
He's like, I'm marrying this old Betty or whatever her name is. He never leaves. Yeah.
Aragorn is the main character with the black hair, right? I forget the actor's name.
Viggo Mortensen.
Yeah, cool. Legolas is the sniper.
Orlando Bloom.
Yeah, and then Gimli is the short dude that jumps from the
dwarf.
There we go. Damn, y'all know so much shit, dude. All right. Sticking in the entertainment industry, I'm gonna go with Charlie, Dennis, and Mac.
That would be top 5 worst trios. Those
you
guys
don't like?
Those guys, no, I mean the show's great, but
okay.
They're awful.
Oh yeah, as far as like their actual character.
Yeah, their characters are awful.
Yeah.
Nah, dude. Dennis is the shit, dude. The Dennis system, dude.
Exactly.
Thank you for proving my point. Appreciate you.
All right.
I'm gonna go with the Back to the Future trilogy. I could go with a lot of different trilogies, but Back to the Future ones are pretty solid. And then for my final one, I'm going to go with, well, there's a lot of them, but one of my favorite 3-member bands of all time, Rush.
Ooh, a little Canadian rock for your pleasure.
Yes, sir.
Eric, will you fix the sizing on that window for the bottom line?
Oh, goodness. I didn't even realize that happened. Yeah. There we go. You picked Rush. Last choice here. This is I was gonna go with the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit, but keeping in line with what aligns with my values more, I'm gonna go with bacon, lettuce, and tomato.
I thought you were gonna go Blue Man Group.
Is there 3 of them?
Yeah.
Oh shit! No, I didn't know that. I was gonna. Never mind.
Could have went Chicken Bacon Ranch.
Nah, BLT's better, dude.
No way.
100%.
No way.
100%, dude. Little mayo on that bitch.
No way. Look, you already had to add something to make it better.
I didn't add nothing, dude. You added it.
you just added mayo.
Oh, all right. My bad. I didn't realize.
So I got a lot of good choices here.
Yeah.
I don't really, man. Give me the man. This is tough. I want every one of these on my list. Let me go zinc. No, I'm not gonna do that. Never mind. Vitamins A, B, and C. No, I'm just kidding.
I want all these on my list. Let's go with vitamins.
I'll go with the Three Musketeers.
I had that one on there as well. Are you going with the Knight's Three Musketeers or the Three Musketeers candy bar?
I'm going with the Knights, but it's Mickey, Donald, and Goofy though.
Ah,
Yo, straight up, might be a crazy question. Is there a standalone Three Musketeers movies? Because the only one I ever think of is the Man in the Iron Mask movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's tons of Three Musketeers movies.
There's
yeah.
standalone ones,
Yeah.
but there is Three Musketeers and the Man in the Iron Mask, right? That I'm not tripping.
Mhm.
Okay, cool. All right, just making sure.
Yeah, and usually D'Artagnan is usually everyone's favorite, but he's not even one of the Three Musketeers. So it's like ironic. I'm always like, what? He's
Solid
like
list, boys.
he's like a rogue. I won again, dude. Any honorable mentions?
Crosby, Stills, and Nash.
I'll go with the executive, legislator, and judicial branches of the U.S. government. I mean, they're not operating that great right now, but in theory, damn.
It's a fire system.
Yeah.
I was gonna put Shaq, Phil, and Kobe.
Yeah, solid. What's the other one? Oh, Nirvana. It's a pretty freaking influential trio right there.
The last real rock star before
They-
Courtney shot his brains out.
They suck though.
No, they don't. Don't do that. Don't do that.
The Constitution, Bill of Rights, and Declaration of Independence.
Freedom.
I have Luffy, Zoro, and Sanji from One Piece. Sonic, Tails, and Knuckles. Link, Zelda, and Ganondorf. Ash, Misty, and Brock. And then I went with the three admirals from One Piece as well. Akainu, Akiji, and Kizaru. Ash, Misty, and Brock is
Pokemon?
Yeah.
There we go. Okay, cool. Because Brock is no. Who are the bad ones? Team
Rocket.
Yeah.
Rocket.
They're annoying as fuck.
Yeah.
I've recently been watching the last bit of Ash's saga on Netflix, and anytime Team Rocket pops up, I'm just like, you guys got to stop putting them in this show. They never accomplish anything. For thousands of episodes, they have stolen 0 Pokemon.
And they always get like shot off into space, if I remember right.
Yeah. Team Rocket
like,
blasting off again.
It's like South Park when Kenny would always die.
Yeah.
It's like, it kind of gets old after a while, but
oh, it's there, dude. Anytime they show up, I'm like, oh, this episode's gonna suck.
Yeah. Fair enough.
So, just give them a better purpose, a better story, or something. But like the way they use them is just so like, it's for kids though. So what can I really say?
Yeah,
I didn't really mind it as a kid. Did you read these lists back, Eric?
I can. So, pop culture pick'em top 5 trios. Nevada had the first pick. He went with the all-time GOAT, Chili's Triple Dipper. The Triple Crown, which is Churchill Downs, Belmont, and the Preakness. Larry, Moe, and Curly, more commonly known as these Three Stooges. Back to the Future trilogy, and Rush. I had the second pick. I went Peanut Butter Jelly and Wonder Bread, Rock, Papers, and Scissors, Ed, and Eddie, Charlie, Dennis, and Mac, and Bacon, Lettuce, and Tomato. Jermaine had MJ, Pippin, and Rodman. Beer, Nature, and Silence, Batman, Superman, and Wonder Woman. Aragorn, Legolas, and Gimli, and the Three Musketeers.
There was surprisingly a lot of trios. When I first heard it, I was like, all right, I got a handful, and then you just start cranking them out. You're like, I didn't realize how many good things are trios, you know?
Are we not doing phrasing anymore?
Well,
Nevada's just out there cranking, huh?
just cranking them out. It only took like 40 seconds.
Dang! Stuck. He's single, ladies. No, this is a good one. Top 5 trios.
Yeah.
Let's go ahead and get into the AL West here. I probably should have asked this pre-show, but Nevada, you have the free agents, correct?
I sure do.
All right, tight. And you did timestamps?
Boom. Just sent.
Oh, executive producers killing the game. What am I here for? You guys got it.
No doubt. No doubt.
All right. Let's see if I can get this in here. Boom. All right. Let's make this a little bit smaller.
I just gave him all that props, and they're just like struggling trying to get it in.
Oh no, I got it. Look, boom.
Not the
All right,
first time, right, Eric?
Let's just move on.
Yeah.
All right. Jumping into the AL West this year, or this episode. Last year, they finished Houston, Seattle, Texas Rangers, Oakland Athletics, and Los Angeles Angels. The only team to make the playoffs was the Houston Astros. And we start with them since they are favored. To win the World Series is plus 1,500. To win the AL West is plus 125. They're a minus 185 to make the playoffs, and their line is set at 87.5.
Dang. All right. The Stros, notable free agents, none available. Acquisitions, first baseman Christian Walker, third baseman Isaac Paredes, pitcher Hayden Wesneski, outfielder Ben Gamble, and second baseman, Brendan Rodgers, who's on a minor league deal. That makes more sense. Subtractions, outfielder Kyle Tucker, third baseman Alex Bregman, pitchers Yusei Kikuchi, Verlander, Ryan Presley, Caleb Ferguson, Kendall Graveman, and Jose, there's that last name again, Urquidy, and outfielder Jason Hayward.
Nevada can't wait for him to be out the league.
It looks so simple, and then I try to say it, and my mouth just gets all tied up.
Those letters don't go together.
What in the alphabet soup is going on here?
Astros got rid of a lot of stars and replaced them with serviceable pieces. They didn't feel comfortable paying Bregman what the Red Sox were comfortable. It didn't seem like too many teams were actually that comfortable paying Bregman. So they traded Kyle Tucker, who's quietly one of the best hitters in baseball and best players. So they have to replace that production. But with their style of field and adding Isaac Paredes and his ability to pull the ball, he should have over 20 home runs for them because of that field. They still have Yordan Alvarez. They still have Jose Altuve. I'm not super familiar with their pitching staff now that I think about it.
Yeah, they got rid of quite a few.
Let me see if I can pull up their roster. Because I'm going through it because, I mean, they still have Pena. Well, Pena is not a pitcher, though. So let me.
Yeah, they still got Framber Valdez, Hunter Brown, Spencer Arrighetti, Spaghetti, Luis Garcia, and Ronel Blanco.
And they still have McCullers. Yeah, I mean, Josh Hader's still their closer. I mean, damn, this is still a pretty good team, actually.
Mm-hmm.
I think they retooled pretty nicely. So 87.5 is a phenomenal line. I wish I knew if they had prospects coming up, but let's see. I'll go ahead and go over. And this one's tough. Because I was going to originally pick the Rangers to win this division. So I'll hold my decision on making the playoffs and if they win the division. But I'll go over 87.5.
Okay. Yeah, I feel like the Astros are kind of one of those teams where even though they've kind of quote unquote dropped off from their World Series days a few years ago, they're still a really solid, really good team. I don't doubt that they'll be right there in the mix for the division. I have them. I don't have them winning the division. Yeah, like Jermaine said, 87's. That's a pretty damn good over-under right there. I'll take the under on their win total. I think they'll come just underneath it. Be one of those teams fighting for a wild card spot.
If they hit 87, I'm going to be grumpy. Yeah, the AL is the wild card in the AL is going to be fascinating this year.
Yeah. Yeah, there's going to be a lot of teams right there, I think.
But let's go ahead and move into the next team on the list.
So last year's third place team, the Texas Rangers. This year, odds are finished second, plus 2,500 for the World Series, plus 225 to win the division, minus 125 to make the playoffs, and their line is 85.5.
Rangers, get down here to R. Notable free agents, third baseman Matt Duffy and pitcher David Robertson, still unsigned. Acquisitions, they re-signed pitcher Nathan Eovaldi. They got DH Jock Peterson, corner glove Jake Berger, catcher Kyle Higashioka, and then a bunch of pitchers: Chris Martin, Jacob Webb, Hobie Milner, Sean Armstrong, Luke Jackson, Patrick Corbin, Robert Garcia, Luis Carvalho, and outfielder Kevin Pillar on a minor league deal. Some notable subtractions for them: first baseman Nathaniel Lowe and catcher Carson Kelly, and then pitchers Grant Anderson, Jose Leclerc, Kirby Yates, Max Scherzer, Andrew Heaney, Andrew Chafin, and Jose Urena.
Scherzer ended up in Toronto, right?
Correct.
What do we think Jacob deGrom comes back to form?
To form, I don't think he'll be back to 4 or 5 years ago, Jacob deGrom, but I mean, he's still probably going to be up there in the league lead with strikeouts, at least competing for it.
He had 3 strikeouts and 2 innings pitched on Saturday.
Yeah, that's not a bad start.
Yeah, that's my big question for this Texas. If Jacob deGrom comes back and he gets you the maybe not 20, but he gets you 18 wins, kind of what you expect from Jacob deGrom, this is going to be a really good team.
Mm-hmm.
But that's a big ask. It's a big ask. Do you know who their closer is by any chance?
They have it listed right now as Chris Martin.
Chris Martin.
Not the lead singer of the hell's the band?
I don't know. You were telling us.
The song is Yellow.
Oh, Coldplay?
Coldplay, thank you.
Any relation to Ricky Martin?
I'll see what I can find. But Chris Martin, he's an old boy. He's 38. Last 2 years with Boston. Let's see here. He appeared in 100 games over the 2 years, and he had an ERA of 105 and 345, a WHIP hovering around or just above 1.
Okay, so he's pretty good. Dude, he's 6'8", 224. It's like a power forward in the NBA, dude.
Yeah, he's a big old boy.
It's a big bitch. This is interesting. It's kind of just like who plays the best between them and Houston.
Yeah.
Based on roster construction, I think even Seattle is in play for this division. But Seattle is just tragic. They'll find a way to blow it.
Yeah.
I don't want to pick first, so go ahead and give your pick on this, Nevada.
I am picking them above Houston just because of the potential in starting pitching. When you got Eovaldi, deGrom, and John Gray. It looks like he'll be on the IL to start the season. Currently on a 60-day IL, but that's if you get what they should be. Like I said, Jacob deGrom is probably not going to be the Jacob deGrom we know of from his New York days necessarily. But if you can get 80% of Jacob deGrom, that's very good. Second person. John Gray is a very good pitcher. And then fourth and fifth, whatever. Nobody's got, well, not nobody. We'll get to them next episode, but very few teams have a fourth and fifth that you're scared of. So I think maybe it's just going on potential that they'll do well. But I think they did a decent job trying to fill the shelves back up after they lost so many players. Max Scherzer is a big loss because that would have pushed everybody down a peg, but he's also 39, 38, something like that. So Scherzer's best days could very well be behind him, and his contract is still massive. I think he's getting paid by 5 teams this year.
He's 40. He'll turn 41 in the middle of the season.
Jeez. I thought he was a spring chicken at 38. All right. Yeah, I'm going over on wins, and then I will take them to win the division.
Man, you have the stones to do what I don't. This division is going to be fun. I think the Seattle, Texas, Houston race is going to be real fun. But I'll echo sentiments with Nevada. I think 85.5 is a good number. And I think they'll clear that. So I'll take the over. I'll go. I just don't want to make this choice because I know it's going to be wrong. It's like no matter, I could pick Stros, and I still think I'm going to be wrong. Yeah, I'll go. I will go Houston. Yes, to make the playoffs. Yes, to win the division, and I will go. Everyone else I don't have making the playoffs. I'm actually going to make my decision now. I'll take the Cleveland Guardians and Baltimore Orioles to round out the final 2 playoff teams for me. And I do have Texas finishing. I like Seattle. Full year of playoff Randy, dude. Give me Texas to finish 3rd.
All right.
And actually, I'll go under on the win total for Texas.
Ooh, you were so confident about that earlier.
I haven't been confident about anything in this division. What are you talking about?
You're like, that's a good line. I like that. I think they'll get that. Anyway.
I mean, yeah, to be fair, my whole premise on the Rangers could very well blow up in my face if the starting pitching is not healthy or produces like they should.
Well, it seems like with 162 games, there's been bound to be some games missing some injuries, but
Guaranteed.
yeah, as we found out. All right, so moving into last year's second place team, the Seattle Mariners. They are now projected to finish 3rd, plus 2,800 for the World Series, plus 250 for the AL West. Minus 110 to make the playoffs. 84.5 is their line.
All right. Mariners have no outstanding free agents. They did acquire 3 players of note, infielders Donovan Solano and Miles Mastrobuoni. I looked at that name before I said it. Mastrobuoni. Just want to make sure everybody got that. And second baseman Jorge Polanco. Subtractions, pitcher Yimi Garcia, and then some corner gloves, Josh Rojas, Luis Urias, and Justin Turner.
Donovan Solano is a nice pickup for them. I like that. I like it, and I think they made some really good moves to make this team to make it better, but their outfield is fire. Victor Robles, Julio Rodriguez, and Randy Rosarena. If Donovan Solano plays the way that he played for the Padres last year, they might have gotten a very good pickup there. This is going to be a fun team, but hitching your wagon to the Seattle Mariners is absolutely crazy.
That's a wild ride.
It's a wild ride, man. That's a cursed organization. I'll take over 84.5 for them. No to make the playoffs. Yes for second. Or sorry, not yes for second, but I
Okay, second.
You know what
Yes
I'm
for second
Yeah.
place. They were 21st in the league in runs last year. Solano is 37-year-old first baseman, which I don't know how long a 37-year-old is going to sit at first baseman, but we'll see how that goes. He hasn't slugged over 425 since 2020. And
Who is this?
Solano.
Okay.
Donovan Solano. And Jorge Polanco had to get hot last year to get an OPS over 650. 650 people, OPS. I think they missed their window, I believe it was last year, when they had some stellar pitching, or at least on paper. So I don't see them. I don't think they took a step forward, and at best they stood pat, which I don't think is going to be enough to make any moves in the division. So I got them under on wins and no to make the playoffs.
All right.
Yeah.
They do have some badass uniforms, though.
Dude, the problem is, man, everyone wants the Mariners to be good.
That's true.
They just can't seem to get it done.
Is it is it the team, or is it the Griffey effect and the Ichiro effect? Just great guys that played there.
No, they always put together pretty good teams. It's just they never
116, right? Was the amount they won that year, or
they lost the World Series, yeah.
Yeah,
Something
okay.
like that, yeah.
Damn. All right. Moving into last year's fifth place finisher in the division, the Los Angeles Angels. Plus 20,000 for the World Series, plus 3,000 to win the AL West, plus 900 to make the playoffs, and their line is set at 71.5.
Alrighty. Los Angeles. No notable free agents. Decent amount of turnover. Pitcher Yusei Kikuchi, closer Kinley Jansen, and pitcher Kyle Hendricks. Outfielder Jorge Soler, and then infielders Yohan Moncada, Kevin Newman, J.D. Davis, shortstop Tim Anderson, catcher Travis D'Arnaud. Subtractions, pitchers Patrick Sandoval, Griffin Canning, Matt Moore, catcher Matt Theis, and infielder Eric Wegeman, and outfielder Kevin Pala.
This is the part of the show where Nick would tell us that the Angels are going to hit over and they'll finish second in this division. But he isn't here to say any of those dumb things. So I fired up the Anthony Rendon theft tracker.
Yes.
He's earned 70.94 as of us starting our Angels discussion. I'll update it when we wrap up the Angels discussion. Look, this isn't going to be a very good team.
No.
End of conversation. There's nothing to expect. I think they picked up some pretty good pieces in the offseason, which is ironic because I don't feel like I ever say that about the Angels. 71.5 is a crazy good line.
But isn't that where players go to die? I.e., Anthony Rendon, Albert Pujols.
Well, Anthony Rendon shouldn't have gotten the contract that he got. Homie cashed in on his World Series run with the Nationals, and he cashed in fat.
He's living in LA, living fat, dude. Just like, I don't care about baseball.
Since he signed with the Angels, the Angels have played 546 games. Anthony Rendon has suited up for 219 of those games. Per hit, Anthony Rendon has $649,678. Per at bat, it's $162,624. Per home run, it's $5,876,631. Per RBI, it's $1,134,087.
It's crazy that guy gets paid $100,000 plus to do the job. Like, because his job is to hit, right? So he goes out there. It's $100,000 every. You said 100 what for every hit? Do you remember the number?
For every hit, it's 649,678. Per at bat, it's $162,624.
Dude, I guarantee you less than 0.05% of people make that in America in a year. And that fucker makes it just because he played decent for the Nationals for 1 year.
He was awesome that year, dude. They won a World Series. Like, he was good.
So you're telling me if I sign that contract, I can make 120 just by walking up to the plate, throw the bat on my shoulder, take 3 right down the middle, and walk my happy ass back to the bench.
162,000.
I'd never get a hit in baseball again.
Okay, I'll take the bat off my shoulder for that much.
I would never get a hit again. I'd be like, money's coming in no matter what, fellas.
Homie just walks up to the plate and gets $162,000 right now.
He just watches 3 94-mile-an-hour fastballs come piping right down the center and is like, well, there's always next at bat.
I'm gonna be negative. They're going under and no's across the board.
Yeah, I'm not going to spend much time on the Angels. I did hear one stat which kind of blew my mind considering how bad the Angels are. I'll have to double check if it's for the entire league, but they are the only team that's never lost 100 games.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's
amazing, right?
That's impressive because they've been bad for a very long time.
Yeah. I don't think they'll touch 100 this year, but I'm taking the under.
They can get close this year, but I don't think they get it.
Yeah, they'll probably be like a
68 feels like the right number.
Yeah, like a 94, 95 loss kind of team, something like that. Because if if Trout comes back and he's able to stay somewhat healthy, I think this pod's been banging the table for this for a few years now, but can they please trade him?
For the love of God.
As long as it's not the Dodgers, Yankees, or Stros.
To the Cubs. Trade him to the Cubs.
That's perfectly acceptable. As long as it's not the Yankees, Dodgers, or motherfucking Astros. We're sick of these teams. Anywhere else. Send him to Seattle.
Dude,
you will look good in that uniform.
Seattle would be tight, actually. Seattle would be tight. I was thinking, you know what would be scary? The Braves or the Phillies. Those would be scary. And go ahead.
They say he's from Philly, and they say he's expressed interest in wanting to play there one day. But with our payroll, unless we're deferring, there's no way that dude gets traded to us.
Well, so the Angels could eat salary. That's what the Rockies paid Nolan Arenado to play for the Cardinals.
Jesus.
Man. No, we paid the Cardinals to take him off of our hands.
There you go. They paid Arenado, and then they paid the Cardinals to take Arenado.
Yeah. Well, and they don't need to really worry about salary. There's no salary cap. So it's really just if the owner for Philly is willing to take on.
Well, he would fit right in. We're all like 33 or higher. So he'd fit right in with everybody else.
Yeah.
One last go at it, boys.
And maybe that's something where he realizes like, hey, it's a good Philly team as is. I'm from Philly. I've said in the past I would, be cool to play for the hometown team. Maybe that's where he starts to bang his own drum and be like, listen, LA, thanks for the memories, but get me to the East Coast.
Not even thanks for the memories.
Could you imagine slotting Trout in at DH for that Phillies team?
It's stupid.
It's ridiculous, bro.
They would almost be as good as the Los Angeles Dodgers lineup.
No, they would
not. all to get bounced in NLDS.
Hey, you watch your mouth when you're talking to me. All right, enough of this.
Philly stray for no reason. So, all right. Before we move off of the Angels, Rendon has earned $511 since we started talking about the Angels.
That's one bar shift in Scottsdale.
stolen from the Angels is $129,286,230 and counting. And remaining due to him from the Angels is $115,713,750.
That's crazy talk, dude. If I was the DA of Los Angeles or Anaheim, I would press charges. You stolen money from this organization, from the fans, from the city.
Grand theft.
Dude, this might be grounds for hiring a hitman, dude. This is wild, bro.
Oh, that's a good question. What happens to athletes that are under contract and they pass away? Does the family get the money? Is the team just off the hook?
So
that is a question.
I can tell you after the Johnny Gaudreau DUI fatal last summer, because that was kind of talked about, like what happens with the contract as far as NHL is concerned. If I remember correctly, it was kind of at the discretion of the owner or PA, kind of a mutual thing where they can basically, it won't be on the books, but it'll be like on long-term injury reserve, or they can essentially cancel it. But I think what they were planning to do was give, I don't know if all of it but at least a good chunk of it to his wife and kids to just kind of honor that.
That's the right thing to do, man. I mean, and it's hockey. It's like, it's not like it's one of these NFL contracts that's $220 million. Like, it's
right.
What, $40 million? Probably. I heard he was good. I don't know much about hockey, so I don't know how much his contract was, but pay it out.
Good is an understatement. That dude was fantastic.
And it was his brother was with him, right? His brother passed with him. Was he a hockey player too?
Yeah, he wasn't in the pros, but yeah, they were both hockey
what
players.
A tragedy, dude. Fucking drunk drivers. Don't drink and drive, listeners. Fucking $30 Uber. It's less expensive than $10,000 DUI, and it's less expensive than your conscience being dirty for the rest of your life because you murdered a professional hockey player. Don't drink and drive.
Or anybody. It doesn't
or anybody. Sorry, yeah.
Hockey player, Eric.
All right, so moving on.
Solid rant to that little detail.
And last year's fourth place finisher, the Oakland Athletics, soon to be Las Vegas Athletics, or did that not happen?
They're currently just the Athletics this year. They don't have a city.
So the Athletics.
They're playing in Sacramento.
Oh, I'm changing the name to Sacramento Athletics. All right. World Series plus 25,000. It ain't gonna happen. To win the division are the AL West plus 3,000. They have better odds to win the division than the Angels at plus 850, and their line is also 71.5.
Yeah, they got Alex Wood, pitcher, still outstanding. They actually had a decent, I would say, free agent signing. They got pitchers Luis Severino, Jeffrey Springs, Jose Leclerc, and TJ McFarland, who re-signed with them. And then a couple of third basemen, Gio Urshela and Luis Urias. And then just two notable subtractions, pitchers Scott Alexander and Ross Stripling.
They should be a fun team. But I don't expect much unders and no's across the board.
All right.
I think they could win over 71, though, which is a crazy sentence to stay out loud.
Yeah. They finished 26th last year in runs scored.
That's good, right?
I mean, it's better than 27th. I'll give you that much. I kind of like where they're at, relatively speaking, for Athletics fans.
Do they have any?
They got to have more than one. That's why I said fans. But they were pretty scrappy last year, kind of like I wouldn't say like a lesser Nationals team, but kind of in the same vein where everybody thought they would be dog shit. And while they were still putting up some wins. But you get Luis Severino as your ace. You still have JP Sears, who, if he could put everything together, he would probably contend as the strikeout leader for at least for the AL. But a lot of competition for that. But they're not going to go anywhere. They're not going to win the division. They're probably not going to push for the division. But they're going to be better than the Angels. So I'll put them over on the wins, but yeah, no for everything else.
Nice. All right. So with that being said, Jermaine, we have Astros first, Seattle second, Rangers third. Are you going? What's your fourth and fifth?
Oh, A's, Angels.
A's fourth, Angels fifth.
Yeah, Angels are gonna be dog shit this year.
All right, Nevada, you have the Rangers winning,
Mhm.
and then the playoffs. You were undecided about the Stros, so I don't have anything in there. Are you going playoffs or second, or what's the deal?
I got Stros second, Seattle third, Sacramento fourth, and then Angels fifth.
Sacramento. Love it.
Yeah, they're playing in second. They're playing in a minor league stadium, dude.
They may not even sell that out.
This owner is just
How? Here's a side note, real quick. How is? I get that you're going to Vegas and you can use your stadium or arena for shows and whatnot. How is he going to make the money back from building it? Because I don't see how they're going to sell out or get even close to selling out the stadium there. I know it's Vegas, so you got a traveling population, but I don't know how you get the people in Vegas. Like,
It
hey,
doesn't-
do you want to go to the Strip, or do you go and watch the A's rub their ass across the turf out there? Like, I'll go
Yeah.
lose my money inside the casino.
Just put one of those little digital slot machines, like a little iPad screen on each seat. It'll fill up quick, dude.
Yeah, I suppose.
give the ticket for free, but it's a casino, so they gamble
Dude,
while they
they'll
watch
make so
the
much
game.
more money than every other franchise.
Oh
Yeah.
my god! If
Yeah.
they didn't imagine they actually spent it on the team, though.
All right.
Wishful thinking, huh?
Yeah.
So to close this out real quick on the AL, so Jermaine, you have Boston and Baltimore, you have Detroit and Cleveland, and you have Boston, Baltimore, Detroit, Cleveland, and you have the Astros. So you actually need one more team for the playoffs player. It's 6, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought I had 3 in that first division.
In the AL, you have Baltimore, and you took the Yankees out after the Garrett Cole news. So you did have 3. You're absolutely right, but you took them out after the Garrett Cole news. So I can put them back in, or whatever you want.
Bro, you know what? I'm gonna hit you my wagon to the Mariners, and I'm gonna regret it all year. Let's go, baby.
All right, so the
Mariners
Mariners
into the playoffs.
All right.
Do we really, Yankees don't make it without Garrett Cole?
No, they'll trade for somebody. They'll probably trade for
Trout.
the A's. No, don't do that.
Trout.
The A's
Trout.
best pitcher, Severino or something. Didn't he used to play for them anyway?
Yeah, that's what I was about to say.
Yeah.
They just let him go.
All right. And then Nevada. So you have Baltimore, Boston. You have Kansas City, and you have Texas. So the teams that you were questioning were Cleveland and the Astros. Since you need 2, do you want me to make those your playoff teams, or do you want to switch it up a bit?
Yeah, I'll throw the Stros in there.
Okay. And then the last team you had was Cleveland. You were on the fence about it.
Yeah, screw it. I'll go with Cleveland.
All right. Sweet. All right, that concludes the AL, boys.
Yeah, we're gonna be so wrong on this Yankees team.
Oh, yeah.
We're so wrong. But I have to pick against him. Fuck him, dude.
Yeah, that's on principle, dude. You pick against the Yankees, Dodgers, and Stros at all times.
The Angels are going to be meddling so
As
much
the
that
podcast that just picked the Stros and Dodgers to win their divisions.
Oh, I picked the Stros to win this division as well. You don't bet against the Stros, dude. It's illogical.
Sorry, no matter. What were you saying?
I was going to say the Angels are going to be so middling that they're not going to be able to trade Trout because they're like, I don't know. We kind of need him. Like
We
the
could
second half of the season push.
We could make the wild card.
Yeah. We're only 8 games out right now. We're right
What if we add somebody?
And then they do nothing.
Go get Chris Bryant and Nolan Arenado. That'll make them better.
Go for it.
Could you imagine adding Chris Bryant to Anthony Rendon? Like, that's not the answer.
No, I know. I was being facetious, but
yeah, wait till we get his info.
We're about to put a Chris Bryant theft tracker up right next to Rendon.
And then for the 10s and 10s, so that there's no question. I did take the Astros to win. They'll make the playoffs and go over, and then I have everybody else not making the playoffs. I do have the Mariners going second and the Rangers going third, or Orioles. Oakland or Sacramento Athletics going fourth, and the Los Angeles Angels going fifth.
All right. So Jeff Passan.
All right, dude. I don't know why you got to keep saying that, dude. Just perpetuating the nonsense.
Good picks, Jeff.
I hate you.
Because you admitted it, dog.
Don't matter, dude.
You didn't even follow your own rule of deny. You guys got anything else for the 10s and 10s?
Good luck with your brackets.
Oh, bro. I picked St. John's to win it all. That's a mistake.
Uh-oh.
I picked Alabama.
I just really want Rick Pitino to come back and just shit on the NCAA for doing him dirty. So I was like,
oh, yeah.
I'm going with St. John's.
Yeah, he's playing next weekend for sure.
Yeah, so, but it's probably going to be, I think Florida has a fantastic shot at winning it. Houston has a fantastic shot at winning it. And then I picked Ole Miss to make the Final Four.
Interesting.
Was
All
it
right.
Ole Miss or Mississippi State? Whichever, I don't think they're both in. So whichever Mississippi team is in.
It's Ole Miss.
It's Ole Miss.
And I picked them to lose in the first round of
I picked them to make
aren't they a 6 seed?
Yeah.
Okay.
I have a 7 seed in the Final Four, so.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I
have a 7 and a 5.
I picked Texas to win 3 games.
Kentucky?
I have them beating Kentucky, I believe.
Nice.
Because I think that's the 3rd game. But so they beat Xavier, they beat Illinois, and then they beat, I think, Kentucky. Yeah.
Well, if they beat Illinois, that'd be 2 of them right there. So both Illinois.
What?
It was a joke on using Illinois instead of Illinois.
Oh, okay. Follow us on Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube at Podcast Room303. Follow our sister pod, Revenge of the Pod, on all things social, wherever you get your podcasts. For myself, Jermaine Clomendez, for my co-host, for the executive producers, the EPE and Eddie Putty. We'll see you next time when you come on down and step into the room.